usually won't start dripping until I get about 2/3 of the way down because it's already starting to ooze out on top. Oh, I need to pull this back down a little again. There we go. Sorry about that. Squeeze. Oh, there it goes. See, it's dripping. Now this is going to be a really pretty orange, I think.
Hey, Audie. What are you doing?
There we go.
Autumn. Oh, you're not doing anything? I'm getting ready to do this. We're going to make that beaded ornament cover. Hi, Vanessa. How are you? Are you going to try and do the beaded ornament cover with me? Or do you already do them? I'll wait a few minutes. I said I'd be on at noon. I know I'm a little bit early, but I wanted to make sure I had everything set up. Emily's kitty had its baby. They got their babies. You never did a beaded ornament cover. They're so easy. They look complicated, but they're so simple. So, yeah, I set it up yesterday. I'd be on at noon, but you just never know if everything goes right when you get things set up. So I thought I'd better get on a couple of minutes early and make sure everything was ready. So, working on your room, taking pictures of things that you made, you want to sell. Do an auction. That's what everybody else is doing. I mean, Melissa did one. Emily and Ray have done one. They're going to do another one. Michelle's getting ready to do one. So, and they look pretty easy to arrange from what I've seen. And your stuff would probably sell pretty well. Hi, Nadia. How are you doing today? Am I pronouncing it right, Nadia, or is it Nadia? Because I'd hate to be butchering your name. Are you going to be doing the beaded ornament cover with me? What is going on with my camera? Oh, there it goes. Okay. The first one. Okay. Were you able to go ahead and get your beads on round like that? And if you get a little thing to hold your ornament, it keeps it from rolling all over the place on you. It makes it a little bit easier. Even a little coffee cup, anything to kind of stable it. What time is it? Because I wanted to wait and give people time to get in because it's not noon yet. And we set it up for noon yesterday. So I put Nova outside. You don't have the same stores. Live in the country. Don't drive. That's okay, honey. You ever get to town and you decide you want to try it, you can always go back and watch the video and figure it out. It's easy. The worst thing is trying to keep your thread from tangling. And I couldn't find my beading wax. So I had an old candle from one of the kids' birthdays. And I just ran that all the way down because wax will help keep your thread from knotting up on you. You got to figure you've got to have close to 5 yards of thread to be working with, and it's not easy. Hi, Joyce. Are you going to be doing it or just watching? I'm hoping somebody tries it out. Yeah, it's long, but if you don't do long sections and you have to tie knots here and there, you're more likely to come undone. So one long piece of thread to do the whole thing works a lot better. Emily's cat's having her kittens. How's everybody else doing? All right, I guess we'll get this thing started. Or is it not noon yet? I don't know what time it is. We got 3 minutes. You're watching today, you don't have beads. So, well, I hope when you get beads or you'll get beads and try it. Like I said, they're so easy, and once you do one, you will be making them. I've made them for all my kids. They've all got them for their trees and things. They're beautiful. You can do them any colors you want. I've sold several because you just can't find, you know, in the stores anymore. And they are very Victorian looking. Minecraft Girls, if you all don't know, is my granddaughter, Autumn. So what's everybody got planned for today other than this? I think we're going over to Autumn's because her sister April, it's her birthday today. And they're supposed to have a birthday thing this evening. That's why I wanted to do this early enough today so I could still do some things I needed to do before I had to go. Like I said, right now I'm just waiting to give other people a few minutes to get in. Yeah, I need to clean my craft room. It's actually what was the living room, but just me and my husband, we never used it. And I needed more space, so we put the living room back in the little room where the craft room was, because there's just a TV, a love seat, and a chair, you know, nothing big, and turned what was the living room into my craft room. So I like it. I have more space. It gets used more. Audie, it's 12 o'clock. Go Nana, huh? All right, ladies. This is just a ring of beads. It's on about a 5-foot long string of beading thread. And it took me 46 or 47 beads to get around the neck of the beaded ornament, But when you divide it by 4, you have to come out with an even number. And at the 46 or 47, it was like 11.75 something. So I added a couple of beads to get it up to where it came out. 48 divided by 4 comes out to 12, a whole number. Doesn't have to be an even number, just a whole number. So you can't have like 8.75. You have to add a couple of beads to get it up to the 9. And it leaves a little bit more room around, and that's fine. Just remember, whatever number of beads, divide by 4, has to come out to a whole number. Okay? Move everything out of the way. You'll need seed beads. And they're 11-0. You can get any color you want. Dump you a few out. You don't have to dump out a huge pile because you don't want them rolling all over the place. Then you'll need some bugle beads. And just dump you out a few. Okay? Now, once you get your knot tied and you have your ring around your ornament, I'm hoping y'all can see that. First thing you want to do is take your beading needle and you pick up 2 of your seed beads. Then you pick up 1 of your bugle beads and 1 more seed bead. Okay? And you take and you get that all the way down, which, you know, it's a long piece of thread, so get it all the way down. Then you go back up. This is where it's going to be difficult for you to see, I think. But anyway, you go back up and you go in through the bugle bead, okay? And come out at the top of the bugle bead. Don't go back through any of your seed beads, okay? And get your thread all the way through that. The first couple of rings are the worst to try and get through because, you know, it's delicate. So that's why I said if you've got something that'll hold it where you can push up your 2 seed beads and your bugle bead and then pull the thread the rest of the way up so it is flush up under here. If I can grab that thread, I'm telling you, I must have a knot already. And it happens. Don't panic. It just takes a minute to get through. And I think what I've done is my thread twisted here around these others is what's going on. And it happens. You just got to work with it to get your, there it goes, see? So then your first, let me get it back up for you. I know my fingers are in the way some, but that's just the way it is until we get past these first couple. Okay? And you're going to have this one little tail, and it's going to be in your way. Don't cut it off yet. All right? Just don't cut it off. So you've got them to where it looks like this. You've got your ring of beads, then you come down and you have 2 seed beads, 1 bugle bead, 1 seed bead. Go back up through the bugle bead. Don't go through your seed bead. Go up through your bugle bead, come out the top. Then you add 2 more seed beads. Then from where you came out with your knot, you count over 4 beads, 4 seed beads. You count over. So there's 1, 2, 3, and the 4th one, you go back in through it, and it's a little difficult, but you can do it. I've got to pull it over a little bit closer to me so I can see. Okay? You go back through that 4th bead, and you come out. Can you see that? Okay? I'm really trying here because, like I said, this is easy to do. It just looks difficult. And I have a little more trouble right now because I'm trying to keep it up where y'all can see as much as possible. So, just pull it on through. Let's see, my thread went around. Okay, got caught around the neck, but we're doing okay. Pull that tail out of your way. And then that's your first part right there. And that's what it'll look like. Okay? So then for your next one, you do the same thing. You add 2 seed beads. One bugle bead. And 1 more seed bead. Okay? My hands shake too some days. I have degenerative arthritis, and it affects my left whole hand. So, but like I said, if you just take your time, you're not, you know, nobody's going to rush you to do this. Go back up through that bugle bead and come out the top. Okay? Oops. I mean, it takes me a while to do one of these. And I don't work on one all at once. You know, don't stress yourself. And if anyone's trying this and you get lost, just let me know. Hi, Ray. Okay. Then you go back. You've got your other little dangle coming down. I should end up, by the time we get all the way around, 12 of these little dangles coming down. Okay? So get 2 more seed beads. And from where you came out here, count over 1, 2, 3. Yeah. And come out your 4th. Come back out that 4th seed bead right there. Okay? And pull it through. I'm trying to stay on camera as much as possible. Like I said, I hope somebody tries. And then you have 2. So you just do that all the way around. So has everybody got so far? Has it made sense? Australia. Oh my. I did create a Facebook group page. All right, I'm on the third now. Back up through the bugle bead only. How's Mama Kitty doing, Ray? You still over at Emily's? Got a knot started. Let me get it out. It'll be all right. Don't panic if you start to get a knot. Just take your time. It'll be all right. It's thread, you know. There. But waxing your thread will help the knots come out. Okay? I never said it was fast to do these. I just said it was easy. And you got to admit, so far, pretty easy, right? Keep your threads kind of tight. You don't want a lot of thread showing, you know, on your dangles. You want to keep it as snug up as you possibly can so they look better. I have to sit that down a minute. Sometimes you have to hold that and pull to get that thread to go up through there proper. And I've still got a little bit coming down here. Okay. Then you go and you take and you pick up 2 more seed beads. And then count over 1, 2, 3, and come back up in your 4th. Okay? Back through the 4th bead of your first ring. Believe it or not, you're actually on row 2 now, is what this is called. After you get that first ring and you get that knot tied, you become on row 2. So, okay, so I don't have to leave the house today. That works for me. Oops. And see how if you've got something to hold your ornament in, it'll move around, but your ornament's not rolling all over the place on you. So it makes it a little bit easier. Like I said, pull it snug here and then pull your thread through and it'll snug all those right up like that. 4 blonde and 1 dark. Oops, see, I messed up. I've got to take off 2 of these beads because I didn't do my 2 to hook there. And that's okay. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You'll lose your place, but it's okay. Let me undo my thread for a minute. That's all you got to do. Take it off. Okay. The beading needle off. And come back and slide these 2 beads back off because I didn't need them yet. All right, put my beading needle back on. I'm glad all went well with the kitties. Is she done having the babies completely, or Ray still thinks she's in labor some? All right, I should have just picked up 2 beads. And this is where you count over and go through the 4th. So there's 1, 2, 3, and go in that 4th bead and come back out, okay? The good thing is, the further along you get, the shorter your thread gets, so you know how that goes. I've got a tangle. I'm going to have to take this off for a second. Oops. Don't worry, it happens. Once you get it going, you won't tangle near as much because you won't have as much thread. It's that you've got so much thread right now, and it's hard to work with. Especially if you've got a small space. I'm trying to keep everything up so much. And if you have it, when y'all are working on yours, you'll have it more in closer to you. You won't be trying to keep it on a camera. And that makes it a lot different. Because normally I don't have the thread knot as much and stuff either. So it's just part of it, you know. Where'd I lay that beading needle? Oh. Well, I'll get another one. So I don't know where it rolled off to. Nova's spending the day outside. I'm glad it's a nice day. We're supposed to be in the 70s, I think. So, good day for the bird to be outside. I'm good, Laurel. How are you? Nobody wants to try the beaded ornament cover. I think once they see it and it gets done, I think several of the ladies will get the stuff and try it because they're gorgeous. It's just getting them started that's kind of difficult, you know. So anyway, we have to go back through number 4 bead. So there's 1, 2, 3, and come out that 4th bead. And it's the same thing all the way around the top row, okay? So don't panic if you can't see right this moment, because everything we've done is the same row, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. Just make sure in between each of your little loops, you come out 1, you count over, and you come out the 4th, okay? You have the clear ball, you need the beads. Yeah, and people think they're difficult to make, and you know they're not. They are time consuming. I'm not going to say, oh, you'll knock one out in just a couple hours, because you know, I don't see that happening. I can't do it in a couple of hours. Even a small one. A big one usually takes me 2 days. And this is a small one. So anyway, I've put on 2 more seed beads, 1 more bugle bead, and another seed bead. And we're going to go right back up to that top. And you're going to come back up through the seed bead, or the bugle bead, sorry. It's that long piece of thread that wants to tangle and be a butt, but it's okay. You can control it. So get it up there, pull it tight, and then pick up 2 more seed beads. Count over and go back through the 4th bead. There's 1, 2, 3, and use your beading needle to kind of push in between and get it in through there, okay? All right, that gives us 5. So we have 7 more to go to have our first row done. And I know that because my 48 beads divided by 4 is 12. So I'll have 12 dangles. And that's how you know if you're doing it right, okay? Audie, I'm not going to call your mom right now. All right, go back to picking up 2 more beads, seed beads, 1 more bugle bead, and a seed bead, okay? Then go back up through your bugle bead. That bottom seed bead basically just locks that bugle bead on there. So is it making sense what I'm talking about so far, everybody? Kind of let me know. So, you know, I don't want to waste your time if it's not making sense, if you're not able to see right. Then pick up 2 more seed beads and go through the 4th. 1, 2, 3, 4, right there, and come back out. Okay, and 2 more seed beads, bugle bead, and a seed bead, and get those all the way back out. Great. Because I don't want anyone to say, oh, she tried to explain it and I don't understand what's going on. I'm not going to bother with it because, you know, that's no fun for anybody. Just no fun at all. And I want this to be something everybody would enjoy doing, you know. Back up through the bugle bead. But like I said, I don't do a whole one in a day or even just a few hours. You just can't do it because, you know, well, I mean, a younger person may be able to. I can't. I know I can't because the arthritis and stuff sets in and it's difficult, you know, the repetitive. I mean, it's not that the pattern is hard or making them is difficult, you know, because it's not. It's my body that makes it a little rougher anymore. But I still enjoy making them. And they do give your tree a really elegant shimmer. All right, 2 more seed beads and count over 1, 2, 3, and come out the 4th bead. Go right through it. All right, pick up 2 more seed beads. But yeah, if any of y'all try and you're not comfortable, something's not coming out, yeah, you keep going because you want it done. But, you know, just message me and I'll do a video chat with you and help you through it, okay? I don't want anyone, see, I've gotten a knot here, and it'll come right out. Don't panic. It happens. You know, I can't sew without getting a knot, so this doesn't bother me at all. I just take my time and work it out. So, and glasses don't help when they slip and slide. All right, where you at? There's the knot. And if you get aggravated with it, lay it down and do something else, you know. Don't keep panicking over, you know, because it's not worth it. My sanity's worth more than that, y'all, you know. See, the knots come right out. But I waxed my thread. And like I said, if you don't have the sewer's wax, use a candle. It'll work just fine. I couldn't find mine. Wasn't going to stress over it. Knew I had an old birthday candle from one of the kids. I don't throw away anything. All right, back up through your bugle bead. And then just pull that tight. Sometimes you got to pull down on the bottom seed bead and push the top bugle and stuff up. Hold it with your thumb and then pull your thread, and it will help get that snug up there. And count over 4 beads and come out the 4th. Okay. We're getting there. The further around we get, the easier it'll seem. The only reason this part seems so hard is it's such a tiny area to work with. What type of thread am I using? It's just beading thread. It comes on a little tiny spool. I get it at Michael's, Hobby Lobby, you know. But it's just beading thread is all it is. I've never used regular sewing thread. I don't know if that would work. Checking to make sure. I have 2. I need my bugle bead. And I need 1 more seed bead. Yep, knots happen. All right, then go back up through your seed bead. I don't even read the pattern anymore. I couldn't tell you where it's at. I've made so many of these, I've kind of memorized it. All right, let's get this slid back up where I need it. Hold it with my thumb. I have the last seed bead below the bugle bead down here. And pull it. And that gives you a nice tight, so you don't have a lot of thread hanging loose. Then pick up 2 more. And count over. I wish my camera zoomed in more. But it doesn't. It's a cheapie. You can buy big rolls like fire line. It's fishing line in the fishing department. Yeah. But it's a little stiffer to me. And it's harder on my hands. The fishing line. But yeah, you can use fishing line. Just get the thin. All right. 2 more seed beads, 1 bugle bead, and another seed bead. And go back up through the bugle bead. Say it wants to come off on me. Just stick it back on there. I can't put the cap on again right now, and it does help hold it down, but you can't put it on because you can't get around that top ring. So, all right, that looks good. 2 more seed beads. We're almost done with row 2. There's 1, 2, 3, and come out the 4th. And do it again. It's just repetitive. It's the same, you know, all the way around the top row. Yeah, the nylon fishing line. Okay. And get it through. Two more. And count. 1, 2, 3. And out. Oops. See how it wants to tangle? It'll be all right. Just catch it and work it back. Come on. Back through. All right. Thread got caught around one of the dangles. There it goes. Okay. There we go. All right. Let me see if I can get something. Okay, we're on the last drop of the second row. Okay. Go back up through the bugle. Come on, get up there and stay so I can see that little tail start to get in your way when you get over there, but don't worry about it. Just push it out. You don't want to cut it off yet. As annoying as it is, you don't want to cut it off yet. Sometimes I can see if I can get it to go down inside the ornament a little bit to get it out of my way. Now, here's where you know if you messed up or not. And I can tell you I didn't. Come out here and I go 1, 2, 3. The same bead that I came out over here is the 4th bead. You see that? There's 1, 2, 3. This bead here is my 4th bead, and my knot's right on that side of it. So I want to come in this side of it. Let me get through it. Hang on a second. It's going to give me a hard time trying to see. And with that tail, oh, come on. My hands are shaky, so it keeps popping out of the area. But I can do this. I've done it. All right. Did I get it in there? I did, but I went too far. Okay. I'm through. Right. Same place where this knot comes out. Okay. Can you see? I'm hoping I'm in frame enough so you can kind of see. Push it through. All right. Now, what is this? This is that tail in my way. There it is. Okay. So to start your 3rd row now, you see the 2 seed beads here and your bugle bead and your other seed bead. You want to send your thread with your needle back down through these 4 beads here, and you'll come out down here, okay? Does that make sense? So, but I've got to hold it over to me so I can see what I'm doing, okay? All right, where am I at? Right there. Get. Okay. All right, you see there? I went through these 2 seed beads and through that bugle bead out the side of that seed bead. Okay, you don't go through it. Am I in frame? Okay, so pull your thread all the way through there. And my thread got hung around that dangle. There we go. Okay, so now I'm down here on the side of that seed bead. All right, we're going to start our next row. And to do it, it's pretty much the same as that row, but you pick up 4 seed beads now. 1 bugle bead, and 1 more seed bead. So you're only adding 2 seed beads to every drop around now. So instead of 2 seed beads, a bugle bead, and a seed bead, it's 4 seed beads, a bugle bead, and a seed bead. And then you come back up through your bugle bead once you get it up there, just like that. And get your thread and stuff all the way through your bugle bead. Can you see that? Hold it down and pull. And that gives you that, okay? Then you add 4 more seed beads. And your seed bead hanging over here, you go through it, okay? Just like that. And that gives you your other dangle, okay? Then you go 4 more seed beads and another bugle bead. You do that repetitively all the way around that row. Wasn't too sure how this was going to work out because it is small work, you know. But so far, I think so good, you know. My husband was talking about maybe getting me a new camera. So maybe he'll get me that for my birthday next week. That would be nice. I told him I needed one that zoomed a little better because this one doesn't have a zoom on it. I didn't want to invest a lot of money in equipment because I didn't know what to expect, you know. So, okay, and back through, bead over here, the little seed bead. And just come out. So, see how it's starting to, you know, I think they're gorgeous. Figure if nothing else, it's a nice time to visit with other people. Even if you don't want to try it. At least you got other people in here to talk to. So, that's what it's looked like so far. And if you don't mind, I'm going to get a drink, take a break for a minute. My arms. Is that okay? Chat a few minutes. Oh, like I said, it's not hard. It's tiny work. And that's what makes it seem, you know, how much it costs to make one approximately. Okay. I get the bugle beads at Michael's or Hobby Lobby. I think it was Hobby. And they're $2.99 for a tube. And so are the seed beads. They're $2.99 for a tube. And if you go a couple of times and you use the 40% off coupon, you know. These little teardrop shapes, you can use bicones, anything you want. They were $2.99 for those little string of them. So it doesn't cost a lot. You know, you've usually got, if you've done beading, you've got beading needles and your beading thread. And just a cheap little ornament. I've even done them on the plastic ones from the Dollar Tree. So, because my daughters have small children at the time, and I didn't want them to have a glass ornament that could break. But you get more than one, you know. So, it's not that expensive. You can sell them and make quite a bit more off of them. I've sold them for $30 a piece. So, because nobody has them or, you know, does them. But, you know, it's not that expensive. And like I said, you can do them any color you want. Yeah, it's hand beaded work, so people will pay more money for them. You can't go to the store and buy these. I guess Audie left. The kittens sure were cute of Emily's. Think what, they had five kittens. And I think 3 or 4 of them looked like the male cat that passed away a week ago or 2 weeks ago. Yeah, Joyce, they are beautiful. And, you know, you can go as long as you want with the beading around it. Come down further than the ornament and give it longer dangles. That's where you can really get creative with it. All right, let's see. But normally I go, my 8th round around is where I put the long dangles that hang off of it. So it's 8 around. 8 times. And these small ones don't take near as long as those big, like 4 or 5 inch balls you get at the holidays. I like doing the small ones. And I sprinkle them through my tree. They just give it a totally different look because the lights bounce off the beads. And, you know, my tree rotates, so the ornaments kind of move a little bit, and the beads, they really look gorgeous. I made Stacy one, pink poodle, and I gave Emily one this year. My sister, she has a set of them, and she hangs them in her bay window all year long. She uses them like sun catchers. So they look very pretty. All right, come on, thread. Got a knot right there. Not really a knot, it's the end is what it is. Yeah, see, comes right out. So you don't have to just use them for Christmas, because they do look nice just tucked in your windows or somewhere all year long. Yeah, they're one of a kind. I mean, see, I keep bumping it and it keeps sliding. Should have known. I'm hoping I can get the top on this on the next round so it won't flop around so much. Right now it's wanting to give me a hard time. But that's okay. I don't mind. Just got to take your time with them. Alright. Come on out here, thread. There we go. But yeah, you need something that'll help hold it. You're not going to hold it completely still the whole time you're working on it. That's just unrealistic. It's going to flop around a little bit. At least I haven't found a way to keep it from flopping around any. Have you, Laurel? Okay. 4 more. So nice and quiet with Nova outside today. We're having a beautiful day. It's up in the 70s. So he's on his perch on the back deck. He's not out in the sun. It's a covered back deck. So, and he has other friends out there, the blue jays and the little chickadees and stuff that land on the trees and they chatter. So he seems to enjoy it. And the fresh air is so good for him. I know there's one lady here in Augusta that has one, and she leaves it out all year long in a shed. You were getting learned. Have you found a way to keep the ornaments from flopping around while you're working on them? Because I haven't. I just put them in that little bowl and do the best I can with it. Okay. I'm going to slide. Oh no. Glue dot or double-sided tape. How far did it touch down from you, Joyce? That's terrible. I hate tornadoes. We don't get too many down here, but we do get them, you know. I don't think anybody's completely safe from any tornado at any time. They don't discriminate. That's one thing for sure. Little town I lived up in Indiana called Delphi. Tornadoes come through one year, and it hit the morgue and funeral homes, and they were finding bodies and caskets, you know, out in the fields and stuff. It happens. We had one go through, my grandparents, they had like 7 lots across this little bridge, and one went back through there one day, and my dad had been working nights, and my mom couldn't get him to wake up to get, where it was safe. So my dad actually slept through the tornado. It didn't touch the house. It had wind damage, but, she could not get him to wake up. And I remember I was little. And she was trying. Okay. See, it goes a lot easier once you get so far. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's it's one of those little plastic ones from a restaurant that your sauces and stuff come in. A girlfriend of mine, her family owned a restaurant, and I got a few of them. So, and it holds it, at least the small one. Now, it doesn't hold the big ones. Joyce, that had to be scary. I don't like tornadoes. I don't like storms. Do not like them. We live so far out in the country. We're always the last to know whatever's going on. If any of y'all make any, I want pictures. My thread keeps catching on my mat over here. So that makes it a little harder. I keep pulling the needle into my finger. But we're moving right along. Almost done with the third round. Told you it'll walk away with you. It's the only bad thing you gotta watch. It'll go one direction off on you. All right. Okay, there we go. Got that little knot gone. Come on, go through there. All right. Almost done with this one. One more bugle and another seed. And if you do any on your own, you're going to learn different little ways to do your thread and stuff that will work better for you. So, you know, not everybody holds their needle and thread the same way. And, you know, people are easier at getting beads on a needle a different way. Okay, we're at the where we're coming to the where it evened out. So what you got to do is that bottom seed bead, you go up through it. Okay? Get through there. Let me get this thread out of the way. It's going to try and tangle again. Let's see. And get it up through there. Getting a knot. Come on. And it's just where the thread's trying to bunch up on itself. It's not a knot. Okay. You've got it there. Where you came and you went through the bottom seed bead of this bugle bead. You come through it. Now what you got to do is these 4 seed beads here and the bugle bead here, you have to go down through them. And that's going to start you on your 4th row. Okay? Does that make sense? All right, so I've got to hold it closer to me so I can see to go through there. Let me see if I can do it as close to you as possible, though. Hang on 1 minute. My daughter's calling. Hello? Hey, Richie. Oh, Charlie. Okay, honey.
I was checking. I have coming up. Does Pop have any that I could?
Any what?
Does Pop have any suits that I could?
He has a suit. I don't know if it would fit you, but you're welcome to try it. Okay. All right. Bye, honey. Love you. Sorry, that was my grandson. Got some kind of a prom or something coming up and needs a suit. So, all right, I'm going to try and go through these as easily as I can so you can kind of see. Sometimes it depends on how the direction you hold things. All right, we're through those. We got to go through that tube bead and out the side. See there? Out the side of that tube. Okay? All right. And that gives you that. So we're ready to start row number 4. Okay? And you do the same thing on row number 4, but instead of 4 beads, we add 5 beads. Okay? The only place it jumps is from row 2 to row 3 is where you start adding 4 beads. You go from 2 to 4. Well, the rest of the way to go around, each one you add a bead. So row 4, you will be adding 5 beads. On row 5, you'll add 6 beads. So does that make sense? So we're up to 5 beads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 bugle bead and 1 seed bead. And you pull them all the way through, just like you did all the others. Okay, and then you go back up through the bugle bead. Pull it over here so I can hold that and pull. Okay, then you add 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And go through the bottom bead over here. Okay, pull it through there, and that starts your next row. Okay, and go all the way around again. Like I said, this pattern's very easy to do. And go in the next one. So, all that's making sense so far, everybody? Well, hi, Michelle. I didn't see you come in. How are you doing, honey? Well, thank you. Like I said, if you want to do them, try it. Take your time. Nobody's going to rush. I'm not going to rush, you know. I probably won't get this done today, but I'm not going to rush. I want it to come out nice. I don't want anyone to get discouraged because they're not difficult. I mean, you know, thread's a little aggravating, but thread's aggravating with anything you do. So, but it's not a difficult pattern. And once you do one, you know the pattern. It's a simple pattern. That's why I chose this one. Like I said, I've memorized it. I don't even, you know, I don't even know where my pattern went. I bought them years ago. I think I got them at a store called, God, what was it? Old America. Does anyone remember those Old America stores? Did y'all have them? They were a craft store, but they were called Old America. Woke up with a migraine. Ugh. I hate that. I have went to bed with a headache and got up with the headache. And it's like, really? Are you kidding me? Come on, quit sliding out of frame. Yeah, this will come off. This comes off. It's just a beaded ornament cover. So, yeah, it's coming out nice. And I did it with the blue. I figured it would be maybe easier for y'all to see. It's kind of a, what is it, a turquoise? Yeah, crystal turquoise is what it is. But you can make them any size you want. And just because the size of the ball changes, the number of beads that you do per row, other than starting, all right, obviously when you start, you know, if you've got a bigger opening here, you're going to have more beads on your first round, okay? That's the only thing that will really change, because you'll get more dangles to come down. But your like 2 and 1 and 1 will just, you'll add more of those. You won't add necessarily, does that make sense? You won't have more beads per section. You'll just have more sections. Does that make sense? Because like I said, anybody can do these. So if you don't have the exact same little bobble, you don't have to worry about that. Like I said, just remember your first round, your ring of your beads. You have to be able, once you get it on, make sure you can divide it by 4 and come out with a whole number. If it's not a whole number, add a couple of beads. It'll be a little looser, but it won't hurt it until you get that whole number. Okay? I hope that makes sense. I know I was trying to explain it to my sister-in-law one time, and she kept thinking an even number. And I'm trying to explain, no, it doesn't have to be an even number, but it has to be a whole number. So it gets confusing on that part, I guess, you know. I'm sure it was confusing to me when I started years ago. So. Hey, Josie. How are you? Thank you for coming in, honey. I'm probably boring everybody to tears today. But even if nobody's going to do it, you know, it's a nice way to have an afternoon to visit with your friends. Oh. It's okay. You're watching and crafting. What are you making? I missed so much of the chat. Not boring at all. Well, thank you. Oh, I'm so proud of myself. I got my first thumbs down yesterday. I had been waiting on that for ever since I started, and I finally got it. Altering a clipboard. Ooh, I want to see pictures, please. I started a Facebook group. It's called Have At It. And I want everyone to be able to post pictures of things they're working on and doing. So, my daughter-in-law actually got the, yeah, fixed the Facebook up for me, gosh, a month or so ago. And I'd forgotten about it because I hadn't even thought about doing it. So it's got what we did on there yesterday. You know, we finished the little journal for my granddaughter for her birthday, and then we done the group did this. And I put a picture of it on there today. So we're going to start doing this on Saturday. It's not my mixed media mashup. It's the viewer's choice. So it's like a viewer interactive participation. Yeah, it came out really good. So we're going to start doing that once a week. It was fun. And it came out better than I thought. But I thought it'd be more fun for y'all to decide. Instead of me picking prompts somewhere, y'all got to decide what went where, you know, what we did on it. And it was neat. Something a little different. Oops, see, I went flying. That'll happen to you, trust me. Don't worry about it. What it is there's a little knot here. And it got hung up. And it flung my whole piece. Honey, I don't know how to do links. I haven't learned how to do that yet. I'll send you a friend request from it later, okay, Michelle? Okay. Out of beads on this one now. Got to get some more beads out. But I'm happy with it. It's coming out quite pretty. I do think I'm going to put the clip in here and get this little piece of thread, the tail, out of my way until I'm done. I don't want to clip it off yet. So, see if I can get this back down in here. Oops. There. That'll help hold it, you know, the thread out of my way at least. You don't know how to do links either? I don't. Stacy tried to explain it yesterday to me, and God bless her. You know, I appreciate it, but I am probably one of the most technologically illiterate people you will ever meet. Now, if y'all don't mind, I'm going to take a quick little break. I'm just going to sit here a minute, leaning over. My back's kind of starting to hurt a little bit, and we can just chat. Is that okay? Y'all in a big hurry or anything? I hope not, because I really need a break. Oh. Yeah, I don't do links. Don't know nothing about links. I try. I wish I had my camera to zoom in more, but it's so close to where I'm working now. I'm afraid if I bring it down any further, I'm going to bang into it. And it doesn't have an actual zoom on it. Does that make sense? So, but yeah, Nova's outside today. I've got the glass sliding door open. The dogs are going in and out. I'll never, you know, I was, God, how old was I? I'd never had a computer. And I think I was 28, 29 years old before I ever even got my first computer. So, no, I wasn't even that. I wasn't. Let's see, I'll be 53 Wednesday. And my oldest grandson just turned 16. And I didn't get my first computer till he was about a year old, I think. So, yeah, that's crazy. Oh, your computer got messed up? Well, my husband just got me a new one. You can help me with that. Okay, Laurel. Stacy said I needed to download something called bit.ly.com. And it would shorten the links, but I didn't understand going through everything. Like I said, if I have someone like a video chat looking at my computer and telling me what to do and letting me write down step by step, I can get it. But just to type in and tell me, well, go here and do this, and I'm like, So, I am very technologically illiterate. Now, my husband, he builds computers. He built his. He's built several. He taught logistics and stuff in the military, so he knows a lot. I will, Laurel. He knows a lot about computers. But when it came to getting my YouTube and doing things, he doesn't know social media. So he wasn't able to help me with getting my live stream going and things like that, especially when the internet went out and I was down for a couple of weeks. So you can do it without it. Okay. Well, she just said that Bitly will, if you download it and you use it and you do, I didn't understand everything. Of course, she was trying to do it on her live stream and I really felt bad. But she was really trying to show me. And she said tried to walk me through what you had to do, but it had to go so quick, and I just didn't get it. But like I said, God bless her. At least she tried to help, you know. And Stacy's really good. You know that, Laurel, about like you are, about trying to help people. Because there's a bunch of us old dummies out there that just don't. I don't follow writing directions. I can follow visual directions. Make a computer, can't do. I can't do computer. Yeah. Yeah, it shortens the link somehow. So, but I don't know. Oh, I'm so glad it wasn't raining this morning. When I got up yesterday morning, I was hurting so bad. It was just that cold, nasty rain. And my arthritis, I couldn't hardly even get out of bed. Because I've got the degenerative in my spine and both my hips. So, and it's getting into my left arm and my hand now. My little finger and the finger next to it are numb all the time. They always have that asleep feeling, and there's nothing they can do about it. So, it is what it is. Getting old's not for wimps. And the bad thing is, I'm too old to be young, but I'm too young to be old. Yeah. I'm proud of my age. It just is. I've got my dad's genes, and he had the degenerative arthritis. My mom, I'm going to tell you, she's 77, yeah, 70, and she runs circles around me. It's terrible. That woman goes 90 miles an hour and drives the same way. Only in... No, I'm not old. But, you know, with the degenerative arthritis, you know, they've already told me if I'm in a car wreck and get hit the wrong way, or I even fall and hit wrong, I will be paralyzed, and there's nothing they can do for it. I'm on all kinds of meds. I can't take them the way I'm prescribed because they knock me out, and I can't function, and I can't be a zombie. You know, I have responsibilities. So, it is what it is. You just suck it up and move on, Buttercup, you know? All right. I need to let a little more of my thread out. You can see that. It's getting to where it's getting to meet up, and I don't want that. Okay, come on. Loosen up here so you can go through. It's kind of twirled itself around the needle. And you always get the one or two little threads that want to catch. It's crazy. There we go. Let's see, where am I at here now? Open it up. Okay, which is the long? So I need this one, I think. Yep, there we go. All right, got that straightened out again. All right, let's do some more. We're on 5. We're on row 4. Predictive text. Yeah, I'm young to have the problems, but, you know, it's all in your genes. And like I said, I have my dad's genes, so what are you going to do? If it's something that's, you know, passed down from generation to generation, really nothing you can do about it. Luckily, none of my kids are having any troubles yet. You know, it's not to say they won't down the road. I hope not. I'm hoping they got their dad's good genes. So, isn't it peaceful in here with Nova out back? Oh, that's okay, Michelle. Make your cards. You've got a lot to get done. How are things going getting ready for the auction? And let everybody know about your auction. Oops. Have you set a time and stuff yet? Danina's in here? I missed her. You have time, you think you'll work, but won't know until the weekend before. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure you are busy getting things ready for it. Hang on. Something's going on with Nova. Where are you at? Come here. Come on, you got down. All right, y'all. You have to get back up on your perch in here since you don't want out there. There you go, big boy. You're crazy. He got off his perch, so had to get him in. He'll get down and walk around. He's something else. Hi, Dadina. How are you? Well, we're almost done with the fourth row. You can't type at the same time. That's all right. Three, 4, 5. My little bowl's rolling around again, or sliding out of the frame. Okay. Okay. We're coming up on the last one again. So you go through the bottom one. Okay. Get that through. Then you take it and you go back down through the 5 and the bugle bead and come out on the side of the seed bead at the bottom. Okay. Okay. See, I'm coming out the side. All right. And that's our 1, 2, 3, 4th row is done. Now on the 5th row, you're going to pick up 6 beads, 6 seed beads. Then you pick up 1 bugle bead and 1 more seed bead. So you have 6, a bugle, and 1. And get them all the way back up on there again. Then go back up like we have been through that bugle bead and come out at the top of it. Okay. So you've got that. Then you pick up 6 more of the seed beads. And go back through your other little seed bead on the bottom. Okay? And that'll start row 5. See? And do that all the way around. Okay? I hope this is making sense. Well, am I doing them slow enough and explaining enough so it's easy to understand if you happen to come in and want to do one that you would be able to do one from my video? Is it coming out okay? Good. Good, good, good. I figured today would be a good day to do this because not a lot of people are live on Sundays. I knew I wouldn't have to worry about the grandkids coming in, you know. And it was just kind of a slow day, so that's why I decided to try it on a Sunday. All right. Thank you, Danina. I said they're not difficult. They do take time. But once you get the pattern going, it's easy. It's the easiest pattern, I think, that I've ever done. Thread's trying to tangle again right there. See if I can get it to let loose. Where's it at? This thread. There we go. All right, come on. Unknot right there. I see you. I got a knot, and it's a pretty good one. Give me a minute to see if I can get it to loosen up. Sometimes you can take your needle and work your thread a little bit. And if you get a knot so bad you can't get it out, just work your thread back up to the tail that you have left when you started and tie it off and get another piece and start, because sometimes you do get those kind of knots and nothing you can do about it. It's just the way it is. All right, I've got it out. Just takes a little patience, you know. Let's see, lay that down. There we go. See, come right on out. Because it is a long piece of thread. But I've always dealt with the longer pieces, so I'm not having knots that can come undone in the middle of the project. Yeah, I don't figure I have a few more years I'll be able to do them, maybe. And none of my kids are interested in crafts, you know. So I'll probably be the last that makes them on our side of the family, you know, in our thing. Like I said, my sister-in-law, she made a few one year. Mine, it's not so much the beading itself, it's my back and my hand. But if anybody makes any, please post them. I would love to see pictures of them. Because I think they're gorgeous. I think hand beading things like that's almost becoming, you know, a lost art. Hi, Laura. My little bowl rolling around, getting off camera again. And you can make the as long as you want. You don't have to, you know, do whatever, however many times around you want to go. I usually go 8 times. And on the 8th row, where you come down for your bugle bead, I add some extra beads and my little dangle bead and make my dangles come on down. You'll be down in here by then with your other rows to where your dangles will come down and hang off the edge. And that's what I like. So honey, Sonia, I don't know how to do links. Where do you live at? In Texas. You have a Michael's, Hobby Lobby. Let's see, what's the other one? AC Moore. Any of those near you? That's where I get my stuff. Because all they are is 11O seed beads and number 3 bugle beads. And then whatever you want to use for your dangles at the end. Yeah. Yeah, Joann's, you can get the beads there, and then you need beading thread. You know, I'm sure you can even get the ornament or use one of your Christmas ornaments that you already have. You know. And if you decide to do it and you're having a problem, send me a private message and I'll do a video with you, a video chat, and get you through it because they are simple. They're time consuming. The pattern's easy, you know, but that's about it. Yeah, Firestone. Or is it Fire Mountain? No, Fire Mountain's out in Washington, isn't it? I think it's Fire Mountain Gems is out in Washington. I don't order my stuff online. I don't know. Scares me putting any information on the web. Just so much goes on anymore. Okay. Make sure I put the right amount of beads. Once in a while I forget. In Canada, I get confused about American geography. I'm in Georgia. I am southeast. Just above Florida. But I mean, I'm not just above Florida. The state is. Because I'm in Augusta. I'm by Aiken, South Carolina. We go over there and go shopping once in a while, too, if Augusta doesn't have anything interesting. But it's coming out pretty good. We're almost around to this edge. And it's, what, a couple of hours has gotten us that far. Yeah, 2 hours. So, hi, Crafty Kitty. So that's not too bad considering, you know, we're on the 5th row and we've only been doing it for just around 2 hours. So, not bad. Oh, come on, thread. Got a knot, see? It just wrapped around itself right at the end. Be alright. It'll come right out. Oops. There we go. Like I said, you're going to get a knot here and there. Just take your time. They'll work out. See, that one come right back out. It's okay. And don't panic if you look around and it looks like you missed a spot. More than likely you did, and they just get tucked up under. It's so quiet here today. I love it. Matter, Nova. Didn't you enjoy outside? You decided you'd had enough fresh air on your own, huh? Thank you, Laurel. Oops. Let me pop up. There we go. It doesn't take a lot of supplies to do them either. The whole house to yourself. So do I. Other than the pets. I'd put Nova outside earlier on his perch because he was being pretty loud. And I figured a little fresh air wouldn't do him too bad. So he gets off the perch and was coming in the glass sliding door on his own. Crazy chicken. Okay. All right, we're coming up on where we finish this row now. Get some more beads out. And it's 2, 3, 1 dog, 2 cats. I have 4 dogs and 1 bird. And we have several cats. We live not far from, well, we're out in the country and people dump them off. So we feed them. We don't have mice, so that's a plus. No field mice around, nothing like that. Okay, we're back around. So you got to go through the bottom one, remember, bottom seed bead. Get your thread through there. And that finishes off that row. Okay, then remember the 6 beads here, you have to go down through them and go through the 2 bead and come out on the side. Okay. And don't worry, it takes me a minute to get through all those 2 to get the needle in the right position to go down through all of those. You don't want to miss any of them. Okay? So just take your time if you're doing it, when you do it, because you don't want to come out the side of one and miss it. And this little bugger is being a bugger, let me tell you. All right. Okay. Then when you get down here, it's going to try and come through there. Come on, not through the seed. There we go. All right, you come out through all these and down and out the side, okay? And pull your thread all the way through there. I think I'm going to have to wax my thread some more. It's starting to get a little more tangly, and that'll happen. So I'll re-wax it here in a minute. Because the wax does wear off, you know, going through all the beads and stuff. But the wax does help you keep from getting knots that don't come out, you know. Because I have had them in there so tight, could not get them out. I've had to just start all over. So let me get some more wax on here. Like I said, if you don't have regular thread wax, beading wax, don't worry about it. Just get you a candle or something and go around it. It works just as well. One dog and one husband. My husband is at work, thank goodness. All right, now what was I? I was at 6. So this row, you do 7. Seven seed bead, 1 bugle bead, and then another seed bead. You're just adding a bead each row from now on. And go back up through your tube bead just like you did on all the other rows. And 7 more. And then, just like you did before, the bottom seed bead under the bugle bead, go back through it. And that gives you your first drop for row 6. Okay? Alright, time for another break. Because I'm having to lean over a little more than I normally would. If I wasn't trying to show y'all how to do it, I'd be sitting in an easy chair, kind of kicked back and relaxed a minute, you know. Yours is retired. Mine is too. He retired from the Army. He can't stay home all day and have nothing to do. So he works part-time at Domino's out at Fort Gordon. So, because he would just make me crazy if he was home all day, every day. Love him dearly, but oh no. Because he's one of those that's underfoot all the time. And y'all know what that's like, having one underfoot. Yeah, he isn't just tired, he's retarded. I tell mine he's retarded. Because he gets on my last nerve. He's ridiculous. He is absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, they've got to be programmed to be a pain in the butt. And he's like a kid. If he needs something for work or wants something, he'll wait until the last minute to tell me. You know, we've all had those kids that will wait till the night before. Oh, Mom, I need cupcakes, you know, and it's like, well, when do you need these? Tomorrow morning. Yeah. Somebody, I think's down in our woods on them four-wheelers. He's off this week. Coming up, probably Thursday or Friday. He's going to have to go down there and check. But no, I can't deal with him on a 24/7 basis. We're fixing to have our 25th wedding anniversary. My soda has sat there and got hot. Dadgummit. Well, see, mine doesn't cook. He'll do laundry, but he doesn't vacuum, he doesn't do dishes, and he doesn't cook. And he doesn't do yard work either. He's not an outdoorsy guy. I guess the military broke him of that. I mean, if he would help out doing things, it would be all right. But he's right there. 4 boys and a hubby. Yep, my husband does that. My kids did that. It would drive me nuts. Yeah, they'd need cookies, so many dozen cookies or cupcakes or some kind of a poster board for the next day. And I'd be like, you're kidding, right? And they'd wait until 9, 10 o'clock at night to tell you this. And it's so annoying. And it wasn't that I ever minded doing the cupcakes or the cookies or getting them what they needed. It's they wait till that last minute. It's got to be something in the brain, because I think all kids do it. You going to say hello, Nova? Oh, you got a peanut. Nova got a peanut. No, I'm not going to hold you right now. No, not going to hold you right now. You're a big boy. You're a very big boy. Yes. You could say hi. What's up, Nova? Say hello. Nope, you're just going to make noises. Nope, not the only one. We're doing the beaded ornament cover, men's. Yeah, it's not just a kid thing. It's a man thing too, I think. What, Nova? What, Nova? You stay up there. I don't need you over here in the beads. How you doing today, Mims? Pia, that's right. How are you doing? Yeah, mine would say, but I told you. No, you didn't. Because I would have wrote it down. And it would have been on the list when I went shopping. No, you didn't. You got to get an ornament to go along? You'll have to catch up on the replay. But they're easy, honey. We've been at it. I'm taking a break right now because I've been hunched over. But we've only been at it 2 hours. 2 hours and 20 minutes. And we're on row 7. So, 3, 4. No, row 6. I'm sorry. We're on row 6. So that's not bad. Yeah, my husband does the last minute thing. I'll go to the grocery and I'll ask him, you know, I'm getting ready to go. Is there anything you want? Anything you need? Nope. Got everything. Everything's good. Okay. So I'll go. And the next day, he comes up and he goes, oh, I need shaving cream. Really? I just went yesterday. You didn't know this then? You shaved. So, yeah. Hi. Say hello. Nova's going to talk a little, maybe. He does talk quite a bit. Y'all just don't really hear it. It's like he knows when that camera comes on. Yeah, I beaded that today. It's all hand beaded. But he does talk a lot. He's a funny bird. He has quite a sense of humor. I should have. Let me go grab another soda, y'all. I'm thirsty. If I don't get tangled in the thread. What you doing, Nova? Nova. Hello. Yeah, you just gonna bounce up and down, huh? Oh. Sit that over there till I'm done. All right, back to work. It's not too advanced for you, Pia. I promise. It's so simple. It's the easiest pattern that I know. If you get it and you have trouble with the video, private message me and I'll do a video chat with you and get you through it. It's so simple. Well, thank you, Danina. Stay safe, honey. You want to see Nova. Let me move my tray because I don't want to have to put all these beads up. Are y'all okay with that? Let me move this. All right, Nova, they want to say hello. Lay this over here. Keep the dogs off of my thread. Let's see. Move this. Because he will be into the seed beads, and that wouldn't be a good thing. Y'all know that, right? All right, Nova. Come on. Step up. Say hello. All right, y'all. Give me a second. I'll move the camera. There you go. No, leave my straw alone. Come here, you big dork. Can you say hello? Say hi. Tell him hello. Big baby, aren't you? Yeah, you're a good boy. Hi. You gonna dance? Oh, he sings Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. He does quite a bit of stuff, yes. He's a good boy. You're something else. Well, I call him my jungle chicken. He's spoiled. We figure he's about 15 years old. He's from Ohio. Had to go to Jamestown to pick him up, didn't we? We got caught in a snowstorm. We were under a blizzard warning all the way back until we hit the Kentucky state line. What? Come on. But this is Nova. He had a good night before last. His girlfriend came and spent the night with him. All right. Nope, nope. You can't. No, you're not getting on my computer. Not getting on the laptop. You have to stay over in here, okay? What? I'm going to get your beak. I'm going to get the beak. I'm going to get it. Yeah, I'm going to get you. Say hello. You're spoiled. No. I don't want to love. I don't want to love. And when he bobs his head up and down like that, he's wanting to regurgitate to feed me. That's how they bond and do with you. Don't you, Nova? He's going through a little bit of a molt right now. So he's missing a few feathers. But, yeah. Yes, he had a booty call. Okay, you're going back up on your perch, okay? All right. Really? No, don't bite on me and tell me ow. Crazy chicken. Get up there. Get back up there. Let me get my stuff back now. You're a big boy. Yeah, Nova's a big boy. He's a big baby is what he is. Get that back down and over. So it takes, there's a bit of a delay between what I see and what you guys see. So, all right, get the thread untangled on me. Bye, Laurel. Thank you for coming in, honey. Yeah, Nova's girlfriend is my mom's blue and gold macaw, and her name is Gabby. And she is 3 years old. And she come from Maiden, North Carolina. So they used to be very expensive. Now you can get them for around $1,000. 5, 6, 7. Get that bugle bead that rolled. Down there. Yeah, I hate the delay. It's really confusing sometimes, you know. Okay. Come back over here. Don't go rolling too far. Okay. And then 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And go back through the bottom seed bead on the bugle next door. And we are on our 6th row. So usually I do 8 rows, and that brings me to where my dangles are down in here. So they look really pretty. You can go longer if you want. You don't have to just go by what I do. You know, like I said, you can get bigger ornaments and The only thing that changes is your number of dangles. If you have a larger circumference, you're going to have more. So that's pretty much it. I just hope it's making sense to everybody what I'm doing. All right, Laura. Have a safe day. But yeah, anyone that tries them, I hope you post some pictures. It's really easy to get it started, Mims. And if you have a problem, like I said, just private message me and I'll talk you through it, honey, because they are so easy to do. Missed my bottom seed bead. Or at least that's what it's looking like. Seven. And you pretty much do the same thing every row. You just add a bead. But there's nothing to it. And I don't even know where my pattern went. All right, Nadia. Thank you for coming in, honey. I appreciate it. Hope you weren't too bored. Oops, sorry. I'm sure somebody got dizzy. I hit the camera. Like I said, I don't have a Zoom where I can come in more. And I'm so close to where I'm working now. So I'm just hoping everybody can see and understand what's going on. Okay. Yes. Getting it started is the hardest part of it. I'll tell you that now. Because you have to get your beads tied into a little circle to go around the neck of it. And that first row on them little tiny beads. Now, But once you get past that, the rest of it goes pretty quick. I mean, like I said, I started this at noon. And I've taken a couple of few-minute breaks because I'm having to sit so leaned over. But we're on row 6 now, and I usually do 8 rows, so that's not too bad. Oh, come on, get on the needle. It seems like when you got more beads out, it's easier to get them on the needle. Let's get some more beads out. It must be you, because my live says my strength it's in the green. Is anybody else having a problem? Problem? No? Yeah, Pia, it might be you, honey. Maybe refresh. I don't know. You're having trouble, Sonia? Oh, I'll quit here for... because this is ridiculous. You are on and offline even after you've refreshed. I'll just call it a day. Or... I'm back. Well, I'm going to call it a day because evidently the internet's going to start acting up. And it being a Sunday, you know, a lot of people are online. Because my strength just dropped big time for... I'm back on to... and we'll finish this up then, okay? Because I don't know. Stream resumed. Must have been another YouTube glitch. I don't know. Because mine's not showing real good in here even right now. It dropped way down for some reason. I don't know. Maybe the cable company is working on it or something. Okay. Are y'all still here? Mine's not. Oh. Yeah, mine's still messing up some. So anyway, well, it's back up good now, but I don't want to chance it being, you know. So y'all want to come back maybe tomorrow and I'll finish that up? Because we have been going about 3 hours, and that's a good while. Okay? And men's, Pia, that'll give you time, honey, if you decide you want to try it, to go back and get it started. And like I said, if you have a problem understanding, just private message me, and I'll be more than happy to walk you through it. Okay? I appreciate y'all coming in. I'm sorry the internet's starting to act up, but, you know, it happens. So, okay, everybody. Thank you. Hope you leave me a thumbs up. Hope you're all subscribed. Share me around like your cheap friend. So, but have a nice day. And I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.